Welcome back to Melamec Art. My name is Mikki, and today I had to break down and buy something new. I bought the Review-Mijello Mission Gold class 24 7ml set, and I bought a bunch of half pans because I seem to need them now that I have all this paint. And this is I'm just going to show you this real quick. So you get 100 half pans. Oh, a bag within a bag. Oh, look, that's nice. Then a weird kind of bag here. Looks like it's a zip lock. Okay, yeah. Whew, confused me for a second. These are Medine, and I use these all the time. They work pretty well. The plastic is thicker than some, which I like, so the pans don't warp because of the chemicals in the paints. But we don't have to worry about chemicals with Mission Gold class because apparently they use some really natural methods so that they are chemical free. Sorry about all this noise. Okay. So I'm reading on the Mijello website, and they came to Korea and US markets in 2012. So that's really, these are a new kind of thing. And if you've been a watercolor artist for a couple years, then I'm sure you've heard the name of them. But apparently they're very new, which I didn't know. I learned something new today. And they say these are handmade, richly pigmented colors, and they're combined with a special dispersant and aged in Korean pots to achieve maximum brilliance without artificial thickening agents. Gosh, I can't talk today. So, the aggregate of elements gives superior brilliance and coverage and consistency. So, and then they, talk their stuff up, which is, they have every reason to, because I've sought them out. I was given a super cute set from Yamao Kapow, who made this little set with like a dollar store makeup kit and washi tape, and she is so creative. Look at this. And these are all Mission Gold colors, that little samples that she sent, and I use this all the time. I'm like, well, it's either this one or it would be Holbein today, so I'm going for the Mission Gold. I really like a lot of these colors, and I was hoping they would be in this. I didn't even check the colors. But on Amazon, you can get this set for $40. And if you go on to an art site, you can get the set for $100. So where do you want to shop from? Starving artists, we need every penny that we can utilize for art supplies. So I just went ahead and did it, and I bought them, and I just blindly bought them. And then I bought the half pans, and so another thing I wanted to talk about was you're seeing a lot of these paintbrush rests, and I have been using this little train, and I got it free because I buy this red rose tea all the time because I'm a tea fanatic, and I just like to buy bulk. And each and every one of these 100 boxes, they have one of these little things in here, and they change them out every so often, and you get a little menagerie of them. They're very Americana, so, and some of them will work and some of them won't. This little train works, so I just thought that would be a cute little tip to pass on. And they're kind of cute. My son took the spaceship one, so I don't have a spaceship. So, but there's that. Put these guys over here. So it's, brush rests are a really great idea. And so I just wanted to share something free that you could find. So I debated on whether to put them in this palette or to put them in half pans. And what I think I'm going to do now that I'm looking at everything is put little dot samples in this, and the ones that I really will use, really will use often, I will put in the pans. But I definitely want to swatch them out, and I definitely want to do a color mixing chart and review these and do some comparisons. So bear with me while I do all the prep for that. I'm going to be doing the swatching on this paper. It's cheap and affordable, and I'm not going to put my swatches on really fine paper. And this stuff, if you've seen it around, it's good stuff. So I'll get to that, and I'll see you in the next, right after a time lapse. Gosh, I went through all that talking and I didn't even do the unboxing. So let me unbox this sucker. These are the 7mm tubes. So basically it's a 24 color trial set, and I believe I do get a black and a white in this. So it's more like 22 colors. Oops, I didn't do that one very well. And you get to see all the colors in the back. I'm going to do everything in time lapse but the swatches of these, because when I see reviews, I like to see them actually painted out. And so I can see how they behave. So this is the inside of the lid. You get some nice little verbiage here, and they basically say that they do colors close to nature. That's kind of their thing. It's 5 standards of mission watercolors. Where's the English? Am I missing it? I think I am. I'm not looking. I'm looking at the flags. I'm not looking at the words. Okay. So none of this is in English. I know a little bit of French. But okay. I'm sure you can always go online and read this. Okay. Oh, this is nice. This little doodaddy thingy. That's cool. It is a kind of polyethylene something, and wow, that looks really nice. I can understand why some of them are, oops, I'm totally ruining it. Some of the companies are selling them for $100 because the presentation is really gorgeous. I have heard that some of the tubes aren't all the way full on these, but we'll see. Looks like I have Chinese white, lemon yellow, permanent yellow deep, yellow orange, permanent red. We'll get to this afterward. I'm just going to be wasting time telling you all the colors. And if you want to skip ahead to the swatch, I'll leave the timestamp for that. Okay, so I wanted to stop for a minute because, well, I made a mistake, number one. And number two, I'm noticing that these are very runny. And I think that's because of the, they have honey in them as a binder, or one of the binders. And I wanted to show you kind of the consistency I'm getting here. They're very soupy. And I'm only, putting a tiny bit because I just want to use this for swatching them out. And I don't like using these for paintings, or for storing paint. I like using them. I should probably put a little bit more in there. So this is for swatching. Ooh, there's a bubble in there. This is what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid of there being an enormous bubble and I'll lose like a whole bunch of paint just from a bubble. So, okay, I'll finish the time lapse now. So this is exactly what I expected out of a Chinese white, just barely there. I don't know why people use this white, unless it's like straight from the tube for highlights. I don't understand. Okay, so I'm trying to get this to go a little fast because I don't want this to be a really, really long video. So this is the lemon yellow, really vibrant, and these paints feel like they've been milled a lot. So milled means like there's a roller that these paints are put through, and that's called milling. And you'll sometimes see paints being double milled or triple milled or whatever. Wow, that's beautiful. So I'm already noticing this paint is just outstanding as far as saturation. I'm taking it right from the tube though, so there is a little bias there as far as if you're going to put them in pans, they're going to be, I don't know, we'll see. I do have some Mission Golds that I put in pans so I could test them. I'll make sure I got all that yellow. That's very, very staining. It says it's semi-staining, but I still have to go to my third bucket to wash my brush. So since I messed these up, I'm going with this one. And I think I might be picking up too much paint, but I mean, why go weak, right? We gotta see this stuff at full strength. So this is very close to the permanent yellow, and it might be because I just put so much on there. Okay, my paper is buckling just a tiny bit. Let's see if I'm still on camera. Yep. Okay, so next is permanent red, which is PR 122. Nice warm red. I have my windows open, so you will hear the traffic. Finally, spring. So this is like one of those scarlet red kind of colors where it can almost deceive you into thinking it's completely warm. But there's some dark, there's some blue undertones in there. Okay, so then is Permanent Rose, which is our Series E color, which I think is a quinacridone color. It's so pretty. And I'm trying to do the light, dark to light, but it's not working. So I'm just going with it. We can just do mass tone. Here's Rose Madder. Oh no, and I got some mixed in there. Whoopsie doopsie. But look at that, that's beautiful. I want to leave it. I shouldn't though. Okay. Wow, it really mixed well together. I will do the playing with the colors afterward. But that lifted off really well. Where was I? Right here. This is so pretty. Look at that. This would make a really nice burgundy. Gorgeous. And then this bright opera, which I would have loved if I was a young lady. When I was around 7 or 8, my favorite color was just about this color. Probably needed to be a little bit more neon. That Chinese white completely just disappeared. So, let's see. So this has very poor light fastness. But it is a nice color. I'm sure you can play with this. Do something with it. And if you're making digital copies, it'll be permanent. So, I'm kind of making a mess of this. Quick, come with me, color. So next is called Bright Clear Violet. And it also has terrible light fastness. But it is beautiful for all of those purple lovers out there. And then we go to cerulean blue. So we get one purple, although there's ultramarine deep. So here's cerulean blue. This is PB 15:3. And we are going to see this in this one and in this one as well. Next is Cobalt Blue number 1, which is a combination of this color and ultramarine, which is interesting. They don't have an ultramarine for this one, just a single pigment ultramarine. Okay, moving on. So we have Peacock Blue. First time I saw a Peacock Blue was when I had my first set of watercolors from Shinhan, the Shinhan Professional watercolors, and I fell in love with this color. Just thought it was so beautiful. Okay, we're moving up. So, next is Ultramarine Deep. So that would be this one. So we have a Ultramarine PB29 and a PV15, which is a violet. So that makes it very purpley. And trying to see if it's going to be granulating, and I don't really see. We'll find out. And one of my favorite colors is indigo, and everybody does it differently, so let's see how they do theirs. It has ultramarine, and it has a PB27, which is another blue, and a black. So I can see a little bit of blue in there, but it's a little bit more black for me. I like it a little bit more blue. It doesn't mean that you can't put some in there. And this Viridian is a little interesting for me. It's very, very light blue undertones. But it is a single pigment, PG7. Now here's Hooker's Green, and I don't have a Hooker's Green, so let's see what this is all about. This one seems to be a little bit darker than the ones I've seen, more of a sap green. But they do give you a sap green, so this I would consider a sap green. It's a little bit lighter, I guess. Let's see what they think sap green looks like. Interesting. It's a lot more lime. This is really weird. Did I get it mixed up? I'm confused. That doesn't look right. Hold on a second. I'm gonna look. Okay, so Hooker's green. I'm gonna put a dot right there. And wash up my brush. Yes! There's a piece of paper. Not the good stuff. Let's get the scrap. Here we go. Ugh. Okay, so this is Hooker's green. So I think they got it backwards. Or is it me? I don't know. I don't know. It doesn't seem right. The Hooker's green should be more like a limey green, but I don't know. Okay. I did have it right. Let me know your thoughts about that below. Because it's... Okay, I'm getting beyond it. Okay. Nonetheless, it's still gorgeous. And next is yellow ochre, and this has 3 different pigments in it, which I think is weird because it's usually PY43 and PY42. No, I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just the way these guys do it. You just get used to something and you expect it continued on. But everybody does them differently. That's why we do the swatching. Okay, so next, this is why I don't do this. It's so huge. Next is raw sienna, and this to me seems more of a ochre. So, but I could totally use that with flesh tones. It's actually really pretty. Raw sienna. I'm gonna find swatches of other colors and show you what I've normally seen. Or not normally, but what's been consistent for me. Next is burnt sienna. This one's about right. Oh, it's really pretty. Check that out, it's beautiful. I really like that. This may go on my palette. It's beautiful. All of these colors are beautiful, but look, that ultramarines finally started to granulate. It's really pretty. Okay, next is burnt umber. Burnt umber? Okay. This is like interesting. Okay, really beautiful. It's almost like a quinacridone gold deep. It's really orangey and it's gorgeous. And the next is red brown. Ooh, I like that. That reminds me of brown madder. Maybe that's why I'm thinking, oh my gosh, it's really pretty. It's like got this rose undertone. I'm excited about this color. That would make an amazing flesh tone with the Chinese white. We'll have to do a mix. Next, I'm curious about, because I don't have it, is also don't have it, is Van Dyke Brown. And this seems to me more of a burnt umber to me. But I'm glad I have this dark, cool brown. Excellent. I'm really happy with this selection, even though, I mean, some of them have surprised me or confused me. And here's the black. Let's see if it's a neutral black, or does it go red or blue? That's pretty neutral. A little bit more cool than red. I don't know. It's really fair, really in the middle. Gosh, I'm excited. So this may granulate, and if you add a little bit of the cerulean blue to it, it could be like a lunar black that Daniel Smith makes. Just a hint there. So I'm gonna let these dry and I'll be right back. So I'm back, and discovering upon looking at these, I've added another layer of color here that they're all really fantastic. I compare them to Core, and the only issues I have with them are their weird names for things. Okay, they're not weird names, but it sort of seems like they kind of mix things up a little bit. But, I mean, you can call it whatever you'd like. The pigment is still going to be the same, or similar. The other thing is there's really, really cool granulation here. There's this neat kind of a violet and blue separation happening here, this cobalt blue number 1. Let's see, there was this really cool something happening here. It almost looked like there was a red and yellow separation here. Otherwise, they're all very finely ground. There's not a lot of granulating colors with these Mission Gold, Gold Class Mission watercolors. I always call them Mission Gold, but it's Mijello Gold Class Mission watercolors. I'm gonna do a little color chart here, and I'm going to take some of these colors because we have a lot of similar colors. I'm going to just choose out of the 12, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, hi Mitty, 11, 12, 13. So there's 13 single pigments here, which is nice. And I'm going to choose some to do a color mixing chart over here, and I'll try to be fair and get everything. I definitely want to try the Viridian, and I'll be back after that. Okay. Hi, so I'm back with this color chart here, and one other thing I wanted to mention with these is that when you do layer these thickly like this, they dry very slowly. So I don't know if that's a good or bad thing, but I mean the white is still tacky. White always, and oil paints, white is like the last one to dry. I don't know why. So what I really think is cool is, this is Daniel Smith Opera Rose. And this is Mission Gold, which is, it seems like it's more of a cleaner color. Or not, I mean, I don't know, they're pretty similar. But it made some really nice salmon colors, beautiful peachy kind of apricot tone here. So yeah, the Opera Rose does make some really good mixes. This red-brown, it makes some beautiful colors. This is almost like a quinacridone gold, and I didn't thin it out. I should, but it definitely compares to the raw sienna burnt umber of them. I think they're gorgeous. So here's just all the white that blends with them. The white made this blue really beautiful and the Viridian really pretty. So I don't know, try your white. I don't use it very often except for highlights, but I wanted to see what it does because they provided it. and I never have actually used it in a color chart, so I wanted to give it a go. There's a little color shift. And yeah, so I didn't do the PY3, so I'll put it over here. And this is the red brown, the Viridian, the cerulean, and the permanent red. So it made all these colors. So yeah, these are really cool. These nice olive you can get with the permanent yellow deep and the cerulean. There's a little bit of color shift from wet to dry, but not drastic. And they actually say on their website there's not a huge color shift, but there is. Like this red brown was a lot more red before it dried. So, but I love them. They're really great. They're so vibrant. I want to do something with them. And I will soon. I'm not sure if I will tag it at the end, but if you layer, it does get glossy. If you do thick layers, they get glossy, just to let you know. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up here, and I may do a time lapse of something with these colors, and I will see you again soon. Take care. Okay, one last note that I have to say is that these layer amazingly well, and I am working on the, I think this is, yeah, this is more of that cheap paper, and it's working so well. So I don't know, these are really great paints. I have had no issues with them. They mix well, and I even got some opacity in the headband with the white, and I'm pretty impressed with these paints. I'm going to keep working on this, and I will be posting it to my Instagram. You can find me at Malamix17. I also have a Patreon. I have a Society 6. I have all my links are down below. So if you're curious to see any more, check it out. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.